Andrew Berry told Shador Sanders after his performance in the Browns' opening preseason game against the Panthers that he was really proud of him. And, Coach, I want to get your reaction to this moment. Take a listen.
It was really, really good, sir. Proud of you.
Cool.
Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
I'm
kinda proud.
Look, for your first side, it was a perfect no, but you made plays, you operated, like, so it's just stacked.
I love when you tell the facts, dude. No, but it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you did a nice job today, okay? So just take what you learned from tonight, apply it to the joint practices, and in the next preseason game.
Coach Fred. Andrew Berry was the one who drafted him. Jimmy Haslam, the owner, already said that it wasn't his call. It was Andrew Berry's call. And so far, looking so good. Coach Fred, what was your reaction to Shador Sanders' first preseason game? And then now he has an oblique strain, so we'll get to see really the Dillon Gabriel show tomorrow as the Browns take on the Eagles in preseason week 2. But what do you got to say about Shador's week 1 performance and Andrew Berry's comments there?
I think the performance was really good. You know, I think he came out, played well. Was he 100%? No, but I think he did some things to show that maybe third round, whatever round, fifth round, wasn't really him, so to speak. But then, you know, I just think he doesn't help, and he probably doesn't care, but I don't think he helps himself in the public eye perception that he's given when these type of comments, you know, because it can be taken one or two ways. You know, that saying, yeah, you're proud, but you're not, you know, you're kind of proud. You didn't really want to draft me, but you drafted me and you're proud because I did okay. You know, it comes off as being a little arrogant. I think it can be viewed that way. So, you know, I think the PR team has really got their hands full, and I think at some point they've got to start viewing and editing things when certain players are mic'd up. Because, you know, the public perception of that comment could go either way, Bailey. You know.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Coach Fred, the Cleveland Browns are actually doing a behind-the-scenes series called Man Under Center. Now, I would have never thought or seen the day where the Cleveland Browns are having a behind-the-scenes look at their quarterback competition, and people are watching. But hey, that's the Shador Effect, I guess. Because golly, now going to their second preseason game on Saturday, that's going to be the Dillon Gabriel show. I'm going to guess they're going to roll them out with starters. It's not really been made clear yet, but it's going to be the Dillon Gabriel show for the most part. He's from what I'm hearing, is going to start. We'll see a little bit of Tyler Huntley, but really, I think it's going to be really revealing for Dillon Gabriel and his performance tomorrow. They're going to roll him out with more starters. Also, I think the Eagles overall as a team are better than the Panthers, so he's probably playing against better competition too. So if he goes out and plays well, it can really pay dividends to the quarterback competition. But, Coach Fred, if he goes and struggles, oh boy, the media is going to eat him alive. What are your expectations for Dillon Gabriel's first start tomorrow?
You know, they're half of the, and I say the country, and half of the country doesn't really care. But I'm saying half of the country is split on this. They're saying, poor Shedeur, this isn't fair, this isn't right. And then, you know, maybe that 1% on the other side is saying, hey, what about Dillon Gabriel? Because you got to think about it, Bailey. What kind of pressure is he under?
Oh, it's from immense pressure, Coach. Yeah.
Because like you just said, if he goes out there and stinks it up, and he was the third round pick, which is pretty much guaranteed money. What you know, now you're talking about already a television series. It's really going to turn into must-watch TV situation in Cleveland. And I got to hand it to him, and you correct me if I'm wrong. What are your thoughts on this? Have they not sat back and watched this unfold from the draft and said, hey, let's capitalize on this? Because who can tell me the last time the Cleveland Browns was this relevant in any of the preseason talk?
Oh, yeah, you're right about that, Coach. And I've had Mary Kay Cabot, who covers the Browns. I've had Zach Jackson. They're all saying the same thing. Like, it's a different level of publicity right now for the Cleveland Browns. And it's really because of Shedeur. They don't draft Shedeur. It ain't gonna be like this at all.
No one cares. You
Yeah.
know, no one cares.
No.
I think when they drafted him, I think at some point they may have thought this was going to blow over and then business as usual. But then when they realized it was becoming a national debate, I'm talking about, Bailey, do you realize this story made CNN?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's everywhere, coach. Everybody's talking about it. You go every time I walk in the goddamn gym every morning. You want to know what's on the TV on ESPN? They're talking about Shador Sanders and the Browns quarterback competition. Not Michael Park. I mean, they'll talk about that, but the first thing they talk about is this. It's crazy.
Myles Garrett just got the largest contract in defensive player history. He was just cited for doing over 100 miles an
Speeding
hour.
again. Yeah, he's got that issue. Yeah.
Low to no publicity.
No publicity.
Because what's trumpeted on the team? The quarterback room.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Shador is Matt said this, and Matt's right about this. Shador is the most popular player on the Browns roster. I mean, I get
He's the most popular player in the NFL.
damn near, coach. Like we could really argue that shit. Like it's crazy as a rookie the impact. I guess he's a hell of a popular kid, and also I think a great player too. So going back to his first preseason game, this is actually an interesting. The referee in the Browns Panthers preseason game also refed his first college game at Jackson. Take a listen. Jackson.
All I feel now. What was your first game in college?
Where? FAMU.
Versus what? At the Orange Blossom?
Yeah.
I was on that game.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was in the track right there. That's how things just keep flowing.
Full circle, Coach Fred. Full circle. Now, what is your timeline for Shedeur to work his way up? To me, I said week 14 because it gives the Browns enough time to start Joe Flacco. If Joe Flacco goes and succeeds and they are like undefeated or whatever, Gabriel and Shedeur are not playing. But if we're being realistic, if they go and struggle, they're going to throw Gabriel out there first, in my opinion. And then we're going to see Gabriel. And then if Gabriel, I'm a believer in Shedeur. I'm not much of a believer in Gabriel as an NFL quarterback, but I don't know, man. That's how I look at the timeline for Shedeur. Coach, what are your thoughts on it after Shedor's first preseason game?
I think it all goes to, like you just said, I think it's all hinging on what Joe Flacco does and the success the team has. And I think that is going to be the key. And then I want to put an asterisk by tonight. Well, their next preseason game. If Dylan goes out there and lights it up 2 preseason games, and it's kind of like here and here, the next question now, who stays, who goes, who's active, who's not. And I think it continues the soap opera. But, if Dylan goes out there and struggles, if Joe Flacco struggles going into maybe week 5, hey, man, let's go and sell these tickets.
Yeah, seriously, I think everyone's going to be watching Dylan Gabriel tomorrow. I think it's at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I think off the top of my head, that's going to be a hell of a game to see Dylan Gabriel really see how he plays. Because, people are going to be watching, and a lot of people are preying on his downfall. That's no fault to the kid. That's just the pressure the kid's under. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether he, sinks or swim, so to speak, Coach.
Definitely. That may be, and I don't even know if this is a stat, B, that may be the highest rated watch preseason game in the history of the NFL because everyone wants to see what the move is going to be.
Oh yeah, I think I saw some of the preseason game last week. It was watched more than the NBA Finals or some shit like that. I saw some crazy stat. I'm not surprised. That's just the Sanders effect. But I was watching. I did a live watch party here on my channel. Shoot, we were all in here watching it. I thought Shador did a hell of a job, really adjusting to pressure as the game went on. We got to see him in some different looks coming out of under center. A lot of different looks that we didn't see at Colorado. And that was one thing I was really happy about. Once he knocked off the jitters, kind of got rid of, we saw a little bit of habits early in the game, him rolling back some kind of shitty habits we saw at CU. But once he moved past that, I think in his second touchdown, I talked about this, Coach, there was a linebacker that blitzed through the beat gap. Running back, it was on the running back to get it, right? Running back took like a second to recognize it, which means Shedeur sees a linebacker coming at him with unblocked. So Shedeur takes a step to the right, trusts that the running back is going to fall through this protection. It all works out, and Shador slings it in there for a touchdown. So that's just over the progression of the game, seeing Shador get comfortable in the pocket and adjust to pressure versus roll back and freak out and get anxious with pressure. I thought that was my favorite thing of the game.
Oh, no doubt. Because I know when he threw that first one, Bailey, it was that much from being a pick.
Yeah, no, you ain't lying. Yeah.
It was that much from being a pick. And if that's a pick, this narrative is totally different.
Oh,
because
yeah.
You know what I mean? And the other thing that, I don't know is really being discussed, and I think you kind of touched on it, the Panthers downward, how much time in the rest of these preseason games will he see versus teams number ones and number twos?
Yep. Yeah, it waits to be seen here. I don't know if Philly's going to play their start. It's weird. We're seeing a lot more teams play their starters this season, Coach Fred, in the preseason. I'm with that. I like it. You saw Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase out there in week 1 of the preseason slinging it. So it waits to be seen. But, I'm excited to see how Gabriel responds. Nonetheless, the pressure is on.